Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is the Animated Wrestling League, episode 358, Tigers versus the Pit, Double Danger. I'll explain that in a minute.
The following non-title contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, he is the reigning British Openweight Champion, Satoshi.
On a night where not one but two matches will feature the Unified School of the Tiger Style versus the Pit. We are starting off with the British Openweight Champion, the new British Openweight Champion, Satoshi Tobu, recently returned to the Animated Wrestling League after his quarantine and excursion to the United Kingdom, where he has won this prestigious championship. Currently standing at a record of 4-3 in the Animated Wrestling League. Not brilliant, but he is a full graduate of the AWL dojo and an experienced veteran outside of this company. And he faces a younger man who is his senpai in the Animated Wrestling League. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's Reiwa Resi time!
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from the independent circuit, he is the innovator of professional wrestling, Matt Classic 2!
Son of the living legend, Matt Classic, one half of Half Classic, one half of House Classic, Matt Classic 2, I'm leaving that in. Matt Classic 2 coming into this match with a record of 41-34, ratio of +7. On the bubble for the New Year's tournament next year at the moment, so he's going to need to start picking up some wins. And this one-on-one opportunity, non-title match, will be conducted under AWL rules. 10-minute time limit, 20 count on the outside, you know the drill. Standard Japanese wrestling rules apply in this match. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush calls for the bell. Collar and elbow tie up. The Tachiai into a wrist lock, a takedown to a knee, and an arm bar. Oh, but quickly reverse into a grounded arm bar, almost a Fujiwara arm bar. Good roll away by Matt Classic 2, but takedown by Satoshi Tobu. Satoshi Tobu may have made his name on the independent deathmatch circuit, but he knows his professional wrestling. He is a graduate of the AWL dojo. He has trained in other dojos around the country. He knows what he's doing. Matt Classic 2, of course, trained by his father, the legendary Matt Classic. Dragon Screw Leg Whip by Matt Classic 2, and a catch by Tobu, and a receipt. Both men exchanging the legendary Dragon Screw Leg Whip. And now Tobu working over the leg of his opponent, trying to snap it. You saw how Matt Classic 2 put his hands on his knee there to try to prevent his knee from being hyperextended. That was a good defensive move since he wasn't going to block the full thing. And now trying to wrench on the neck. As many death matches as Satoshi Tobu has had over the years, he's got to have a bad neck. He's got to have a plethora of injuries that his opponent can exploit. Problem is he's extremely secretive about his time before coming to the Animated Wrestling League, before applying to the dojo. So we don't know exactly what injuries he has. It's just sort of an assumption that he's got them at this point. Those scars all over his body, while long ago healed, do tell a tale. Brain Buster! In America, that would probably just be called a vertical suplex. Here it's a brain buster. Now going for almost an elevating hammer lock. An overhead, maybe an inverted Kimura lock. I'm not entirely sure what you would call that. 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the time. Got a huge night for you. We're going to determine a number one contender in the Joshi division. We've got those two matches. We're going to have Sombo no Yaiba versus Tiger Mask 2, rank on the line, and then the Pit will challenge the Tigers for the AWL World's Tag Team Championship in the main event of the week, main event Friday. But that's not our only title match tonight. we've got, the Joshi Tag Team titles will be defended as well. And a huge bell clap by Satoshi Tobu as these two exchanging blows, and a big drop kick by Matt. He's getting pumped. The Augments will defend the AWL Joshi Tag Team titles against Tiger and Bunny this week as well. 2 title matches, Sombo no Yaiba versus Tiger Mask 2, 1 count, and a very quick kick out by Satoshi Tobu, and straight down into the headlock. That is the, pardon the term, classic training of one Matthew Classic. 10 minutes on the clock. Again, this is a non-title match. However, if Matt Classic 2 were to pick up a victory here, that would certainly put him at least in the conversation for a title shot with the British Openweight Championship on the line. Airplane spin. Satoshi Tobu using one of Matt Classic's father's signature maneuvers, the aeroplane spin. And now the flurry of offense for which he is known. And the double thrust to the throat, the X-chop for the 1, 2, 2.5, says senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. And I don't think Tobu believes that he's going to have to go for that pump handle slam. That simple but effective maneuver. He knows it. Pump, handle, slam. Into the cover. No wasted motion. 1, 2. Somehow, the boundless energy of youth. Matt Classic 2 able to get the shoulder up. I think the referee was a little late to start the count there. That might have been the difference between victory and defeat at this moment for Matt Classic 2. Oh! And a huge swing and a miss. Face plant, DDT. And you notice how one of the arms was trapped there. So he went down straight on his face. In a DDT, a traditional DDT, your arms are free so you can actually sort of cushion the blow if your opponent doesn't drop you properly.
Open takeoff. 5 minutes. 5 minutes past.
And his father's airplane spin with his own innovation into the cutter on the end. Matt Classic 2 may be looking for a Shinjidai Sunrise. No, the classic claw. The claw. The classic claw. The move that his father taught to Fritz von Erich once upon a time. Von Erich never quite got it right. But Satoshi Tobu fighting his way out. Maybe just the grip strength not quite there. Kick to the back of the knee. Elbow strike to the face, into the cover. 1, 2. I'm pretty sure Matt Classic 2 realized he was not going to get the win on that exchange, but every time you cover your opponent, every time you make them kick out, you force them to expel energy. You force them to expel gas from their tank. Swinging indie neckbreaker from the independent circuit. Matt Classic 2, an accomplished indie wrestler during his time away from the AWL. Before the pandemic, 4 minutes on the clock, roll through, boom, kick to the face. And Satoshi Tobu staggering Matt Classic 2 with the opportunity. Well-placed kick. But you do not want to exchange chops with a tough, grizzled Japanese veteran. You do not want to do that. Americans will hit each other with chairs. Japanese guys will hit each other with... Oh! And a quick knockout while I was trying to make a point. Matt Classic 2, with his innovative attack style, has just defeated the British Openweight champion. That's going to move him up to a record of 42-34. And I mean, Satoshi Tobu will be on an even playing field, 4-4. And there's that innovative cutter. Taking the airplane spin and putting his own spin on it.
Here's your winner, Matt Classic 2!
You saw the 2 being thrown up there. That's not a peace sign from Matt Classic 2. But he had a well-earned victory for the son of a legend. Tomorrow, skill versus power, the winner to challenge at the season finale. Ashita Suzuku.